What's new online crew? As requested, here is the video about everything you need to know about Doctrines in Conqueror's Blade.
Oh yeah, Doctrines. Woof woof. Ow!
No. Doctrines.
What are those?
It's just an item to use in-game, you will see.
Oh, so no puppies.
Nope. It's all about the game. Shade
And Sunny.
Online. Alright, starting off and exploring all of what Conqueror's Blade has to offer, it can sometimes be a hassle to understand each and every aspect about the game. So let us guide you through the doctrine system for your units, which is pretty simple to understand once you get the hang of it.
Let's start by how you get Doctrines.
Doctrines are obtained by opening vaults or by using Treatise at the War Scholar. That's it.
That's it?
Yeah, that's everything you need to know. Oh, yeah, you're probably thinking,
Shade,
Yeah.
what the fuck are
Yeah.
Treatise and War Scholar?
I was just thinking the same. Good point. Here we go. Treatise is an item you also get from opening vaults or by simply grinding matchmaking battles. You can also buy them from the seasonal store when you press F5 on your keyboard. Completing weekly quests and seasonal challenges also give you treaties, as well as conquering thieves with your house or cohort in the campaign section, also when you press F5 on your keyboard. The War Scholar is the NPC where you can exchange your treaties for a random doctrine from common to rare tier. You can either go to the NPC itself or just tap X on your keyboard and exchange the treaties there. You can also exchange your battle relics at the War Scholar for an RNG unit signalicum, which will decrease the amount of honor needed to unlock that unit.
When you are looking for rare doctrines for a specific kind of unit, always check where the location of the doctrines are. Sometimes it's for infantry, cavalry, or ranged units. In this example, the doctrines are in the field of broken lances, where you will only find blue doctrines for cavalry. So make sure to check this before exchanging your treaties if you want to aim for rare doctrines. If you're not mistaken, the location of the doctrines resets when a daily reset takes place. But in case we're wrong about this, please let us know in the comments below.
Yes, we are humans. We make mistakes too. Now, all the doctrines are well explained, so we are not going to go over all the available doctrines in the game right now, so we don't stretch this video for 30 minutes long.
Woohoo!
But we will explain where you need to pay attention to when applying a doctrine to a unit.
Okay, I can live with that. Let's say, for example, you want to place doctrines on your pike militia. Always think logically here. What kind of weapon do they use and what kind of damage?
Pike militia obviously uses spikes, duh.
A pike does piercing damage and has a certain amount of piercing penetration. So which doctrines should you apply?
Oh, I know.
Yeah?
Piercing damage and piercing armor penetration.
Yeah, because this is what the unit relies on.
Ah,
Should you use health doctrines? Yeah, of course. If you can make them stay alive longer, why wouldn't you? Another thing to think about is what are their abilities? Do they charge, advance, or brace?
Pike militia is one of the best units in the game when bracing, so using the brace doctrine is a very good idea for this unit. Having the breakthrough doctrine, which gives 95 more damage to units, also increases your damage output, so it's always a good doctrine to apply it to your units when you find it. If I need to decide between the 95 more unit damage or the 85 more hero damage doctrine, I'd pick the breakthrough 95 more unit damage, since clearing an enemy's units is always the best thing you can do, and no way in hell there is a saint player going to dive your units without his troops, unless it's a buffed up short sword. In this example, I switched out the health for the rare breakthrough doctrine I just received, and it's viable for all of the units just to increase their damage output even more. Because when you think about it, you will never leave your pike militia in an open place where archers can easily pick them off.
Last thing you need to know, which defensive doctrine to use.
Most of the time I will use the piercing armor doctrine to defend my units from archers and pikes. This could be helpful for pushing through a gate or going towards the battle while archers are shooting at you. Now, when talking about the temporary doctrines, I have to be honest and I never really used them. It's too much of a bother for me to detach a certain doctrine and apply a temporary one, because I will forget to replace it when the temporary one is expired. But if you have a better short-term memory than me, I would definitely use them, because they can boost your units up quite a lot.
I, Sunny, can officially, honestly, definitely vouch for his short-term memory.
Oh, come on. Where was I? Oh yeah. You can detach your doctrines you have activated in the doctrine pool and just activate a temporary doctrine to the doctrines pool and assign it to an empty slot and you are good to go. Just don't be like me and forget about it.
Applying doctrines to your units is all about common sense.
First step is checking what their main offense attribute is and increase those numbers. Secondly, you want to give them some extra armor. Think about what kind of units you encounter the most with your type of unit and protect them from that threat even more by giving them the appropriate defense doctrine. And also remember you can only give one out of the 3 armor doctrines, so pick carefully. The third step is checking if you have ability upgrades for your units.
For example, increasing the brace damage on a pike unit that can actually brace. Every unit with a shield can always use more block, so go ahead and give it to them. Increase rate of fire of crossbows and gunners? Hell yeah! And if you don't have one of these, give them some extra health to stay alive longer, until you have some good rare doctrines to strengthen them permanently, or temporary ones which ranges from rare to legendary.
Now with the new doctrine system, you can also deactivate your doctrines in a certain unit's doctrines pool by purchasing the Lotus Wine in the seasonal store. Afterwards, go to the unit you want the doctrine back from and just remove the doctrine after removing it from its slot and apply it to your new unit. We could talk on and on about which doctrines for which unit, but just be smart and use common sense. As a last example, for shield walls like Spear Sergeants and the Imperial Spear Guards, I would defend them against slashing or blunt, since they will get charged by Iron Reapers or a sword and shield unit most of the time.
We hope this made some things clear for you, and we answered all of your questions about doctrines. But in case we missed something and you have more questions, don't hesitate and ask them in the comments below. Or join our Discord server if you would like to learn more or help out new players in Conqueror's Blades. And as for the usual,
a community of knights united can make the world tremble. So smash that like button and lock in your mouse cursor on our subscriber slot and I will see you on the battlefield. And if you want to see me play live, come and say hi on my Twitch channel. Thanks for watching and keep on grinding. Shade
and Sunny
offline.